Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and these are some empty bookshelves. These are my brand new bookshelves that I just got, and I just put them together. Don't look too closely at them. There may be some nail holes where there shouldn't have been because maybe I accidentally put one of the parts on backwards. Anyway, you can't see it in the shot, but you will be able to see it in a minute. So what I have behind me is I have my two old bookshelves here, and I'm going to be taking everything off of these two and moving them out of the way, and then putting the two white shelves in and organizing the books. I just have to kind of decide how I'm going to organize the books, and I have watched recently, Kayla from Books and Lala did a 6 ways to organize your bookshelves. And number one, she has like an entire wall of a bookshelf, so it's way bigger than mine. But I got some ideas from there, and I can't decide how I want to do genres, or if I want to do genres, if I want to do colors. I do have a bookshelf here beside me, which I'll show you in a minute, and that's just going to be all of the Book of the Month books. However, the shelf is painted like a baby bluish color that I have had in my bedroom since I was maybe 9 years old, something like that. My mother painted this bookshelf. Everything in my bedroom was either blue or pink. I have no idea why this happened. Maybe I wasn't even 9 yet, but I distinctly remember I even had a little bitty small television set, and the whole TV, she painted it pink. So everything was pink and blue. I don't know. None of that appeals to me, but maybe it did when I was a little kid. Anyway, this bookshelf I have, and I have just a white version, a small version of these two back here also beside me. So I want to be able to keep things over here on these shelves and do things back here. So I'm thinking, I don't know how I want to divide it up yet, but I'm going to talk through this process with you, and you can watch me organize. I'm thinking what I want to do is use the small white bookshelf that sits beside me to be my current TBRs and like the books that I know are coming up that I want to read in a season or in the next few months or something like that. And then the new books that I bring in are going to go on my rolling cart until they get organized and put away and filmed in a haul. So that'll be the way I can keep up with those. And then this big shelf will continue to stay the Book of the Month shelf, but I think I might want to paint it a different color or something. Then the big white bookshelves, I think right now I'm going to have to go in alphabetical order by author, but also I really want to do paperbacks and hardbacks not together. So I may do one bookshelf, the entire shelf is hardbacks, and one that's paperback, and then do those in alphabetical order by the author. I don't know. And you can see how many times I change my mind. Well, this is me being overwhelmed by this huge stack, or all of these stacks of books, and trying to decide what's next for the bookshelves. Here is the other section that I was wanting to film in. Yes, I got an Arby's drink today, but I have 1, 2, 3 shelves here. These are the instructions for my bookshelves. But that's here, and then I've got the tall shelf with the Book of the Month books on them, and I need to, like I said, I might want to paint this, but that's what we have so far. I'm still overwhelmed by this, and apparently so is Django. I gotta figure out what's happening with all of these. Okay, so what I have done so far is I've literally just stacked them from the floor to the bookshelf. So I have all of the paperbacks on one side and all of the hardbacks on the other, with a few exceptions on that shelf right there because they wouldn't fit on the paperback shelf. The mass market paperbacks are double stacked right now, and I still have this stack here in front of me that is kind of paperback and one hardback. Then on the little white shelf over here, the only thing I have on it now are my short story collections. So I want to keep those separated because I like to read one short story every day, like when I first get up and before I get to work and everything, read a short story. I have not done that since we moved in this new house, and I'm so ready to get going on it. If you saw my recent haul, you know that I got this, Night of the Living Rez, and I got it on NetGalley, and I pre-ordered a copy. So this is what I'm going to be reading for the next few weeks, but one every day. And so it's right there on top where I can easily reach it. So I have 3 shelves down here. My plan is that I will keep the books that are going on my TBR for the next 3 months. So that might sound really weird for some of y'all, but I want to start doing the Buzzwordathon the first 7 days of every month. And the way that I decided I'm going to do it is I'm going to read, I'm sorry, I am super hot because I've been working. But anyway, I'm going to do it by reading as many books as I physically own that fits the buzzword prompt for the month. So that's what I'm specifically going to put here are the buzzword books for each of the months. And then when I do my TBRs, I'll just have them all right here and I can pick them up. And it'll relieve some of these shelves of the books that need to move over. Now, what I did try to do, which I don't think you can see, no, it's down at the bottom, but I moved all the books that I have finished reading down to the bottom, and I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. But the ones that I've finished, I guess I'll go through and think about the ones that I want to keep, and the ones I don't want to keep, I'll just unhaul. So I did notice as I was going through that I have a couple of copies of a few books, and so maybe I'll do some kind of giveaway coming up soon and mail those out to people, but we'll see when I go through everything and see what all I have. And then once I've gotten all those books out and put them over here, then I'll go through and decide how I'm actually going to organize these shelves, because right now it's just, a hot mess of everything over there. And I don't want it to look like that, but also I don't know what I want it to look like. So step 2, moving again. Okay, well, I am done for today. I probably shouldn't have decided to do this right after I've been sick, because I am very tired after putting the shelves together, putting them, moving all the books to the floor, back to the shelf. But I did go through and take out all my buzzword books that are even possibilities. There's no way I'm going to read them all, but I put them over here for August, September, and October. So I have all of them over here, which freed up some space there, which it doesn't look like it right now. I need to do some more shifting of things, but that's probably going to wait until tomorrow. So you'll see me tomorrow when I finish this. Okay, I know I said I was tired and I wasn't going to do any more tonight, but I rested, I had dinner, I read a little bit, and now I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the books divided into hardback, then regular paperback, and then mass market paperback, just because they're all a little bit more even that way, size-wise. And so then I'm going to put them in order by author. And I already have all of my books entered into a spreadsheet on my computer, because I do that kind of stuff. And so I'm going to label the bookshelves 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to put what shelf the book is on. And then that way, at least I know which of the 4 bookshelves I need to be looking at. And if I move one, it's literally just me moving, changing the number in the spreadsheet. It won't take a huge amount of time to do that. So that is going to be the plan going forward. What I'm going to do right now is actually just pull up my spreadsheet and look at everything, make sure I have all the books on there. And then as I sort them and put them in alphabetical order, then I will update the spreadsheet about which shelf they're all on. So that's the plan. I'm not going to record it because it might take tonight and tomorrow, but I'll just check back in when I'm done and we'll see if I actually went with what I plan to do. Okay, I know that my head is blocking part of it, but this is how I'm going to have my shelves. Yes, you can only see like 12 books on this side and like 7 or 8 books on this side. That is totally fine with me. What I did was I put them in paperback and hardback on either shelf. And then I put them in alphabetical order by the author, and I pulled out the ones that I was most excited to read. So that's like my TBR on the front of it. And I just thought that that was really cool that that's how it's going to look back there. And then as I read those books that I'm most excited to read, they will go down to my already read pile down there on the floor, and or not on the floor, but on the bottom shelf. And another book will take its place for my next want to read. So if you see any up here that are facing you that you really liked or you really want to read and you think I should read first, let me know, because I am really excited to get to them. And now that it is set up, and you can see also my puzzles have been moved off of my desk. They are now all stacked in the top of the closet. My crochet stuff is in the closet. So everything has been put away. And I'm just waiting on my new desk, my old new desk, to come back and be fixed so that I have a real desk and not my craft table that I'm using for a desk. So that is it for my bookshelf setup. I'm sure that I will be changing this up, but for right now, I love it. I love that I can see the covers that I like the most and the books that I'm excited about the most right here in the front. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.